Yes, we are live. Happy Goddess Temple Sunday, y'all, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Whenever you are watching this broadcast. I am so excited that you are here today. Yes, come into the room. Let's make a joyful noise. Come into the room, come into the room, come into the room, come into the room. Woo! I am having a moment of recovery right before we went on. My water went down the wrong tube. So I'm like, hello, good morning, Goddess Kimberly. Blessings to you too. Grand Rising, Goddess Andrea. Come on into the room, Goddesses. Hit the share button, put some positivity on your timeline. Today we are talking about tapping into, awakening, finding, claiming, remembering your life purpose, your ashe. So this is a conversation that you are not going to want to miss. So make sure that the folks in your timeline also are not missing this conversation. Yes. Hello, Goddess Elena. Hello, Goddess Tanisha. Hello, Goddess Maria. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you, Goddess Elena, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. She says, I admire you so much. I want to just tell you, any light you see in me is your own reflection. If it is true for one, it's true for all. So I am grateful for you seeing your own light shining in me. Type into the comments if it's true for one, it's true for all, and let's get this goddess party started. If it's true for one, it is true for all. This conversation is sponsored by a new conference, this mega conference featuring my girl Colette Baron Reed and Les Brown and Lisa Nichols and Marianne Williamson and all of these majestic, incredible human beings that I admire and see all of your light in and see my light in. And I'm a part of this conference this week. It's called Rockin Your Life at Any Age. Come play with us. It's totally free. The website is tinyurl.com/YouRockGoddess. tinyurl.com/YouRockGoddess. So sign up for that free offer, and I will see you there. So we are talking about finding your life purpose. I had this amazing conversation yesterday. I was blessed to be at the birthday party of one of my nephews, Princey. He's 2 years old. Happy birthday, baby. And I was at his birthday party, and this conversation about purpose came up. And this conversation has been following me. So maybe it's meant to be a part of my next book, which I'm working on right now, about finding your life purpose. And so we're going to get into that because we all deserve to know why we are here. Why we're here. So just right now, just so that I can just get a sense, if you already know your purpose, before we get into some gratitude, type into the comments purpose. If you don't know, just type a question mark. Type purpose or question mark or both. Because I don't believe that we have just one life purpose. I believe that we have our life purpose is evolving over time, that we are awakening to our purpose, that we are claiming our purpose, that we are remembering our purpose. And, you know, it could be multi-channeled and multi-layered. Like the reason why I'm wearing my these Minnie Mouse ears is that yesterday when we went to the party, we were wearing, it was a costume party. And so my beautiful goddess Ruby, my daughter, she was Minnie Mouse and I was Minnie Mouse. We were Minnie Mouse together. And she is my purpose. She is my purpose simultaneously with the fact of the gifts that I have been gifted with to share with you. So this week, this amazing week, in addition to getting to be Ruby's mommy, which is my oh my gosh, like just makes me beyond happy, beyond joyful, beyond blissful and gleeful. I get to, on Monday, I'm a part of this, the thing I just told you, sign up for at tinyurl.com/yourockgoddess. I'm doing a live broadcast with them. Then on Tuesday, I am a part of the recording the new tapping summit with my girl, Jessica Ortner. And then on Wednesday, on Tuesday, I'm doing Mawu's Goddess Mystery School with all of you who are in the Ancestor cohort. Then Wednesday, the Tapping Summit with my girl Jessica Ortner. And then Thursday, meeting with my Hay House publisher and editor. And oh my gosh, living on purpose. So that's what we want you to be doing. Goddess Kimberly says it is to live her best life and to be able to show other people how to live their best lives. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm seeing we're kind of at a mix between people who know their purpose, people who have a question about it, people who are in between and want to know the next stage. And so let's get into it. Goddess Robin says, to teach and bring healing to myself and my family lineage. Ashe to that. So right now, let's begin by just tuning into the energy here, because we've all come in with a lot of stuff. We're heading toward the new moon. And so let's just lean into the energy of all of us who are together in this sacred circle that we have manifested. Ashe, one of the many meanings of Ashe is let it manifest. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And now let's just tune into this energy, this frequency, this vibration of the magical, mystical beings, the metaphysical goddesses who you have manifested today to be a part of your own circle of life, of healing, of purpose, of evolution. And let's lean into the energy of the goddesses to the left of us on this big, beautiful globe as we stretch around it energetically and take her hand. Maybe she is in Croatia. A goddess from Croatia contacted me the other day, said she's been watching me in Croatia. And let's lean into the energy of the goddesses to the right of us. Maybe they're in the boogie down Bronx. What up, Bronx? And let's bring it all together. Oh my goodness. Just feel into the energy. You are a metaphysician. You are a healer. You are a teacher. And you can do this. Feel into the energy of our sacred goddess circle. And we begin with Mother, Father, God. Thank you so very much for bringing us together on this sacred, this divine, this ordained, this magical and beautiful day. Thank you so very much for waking us up, for awakening us, for keeping us in alignment with your truth and reminding us that if our eyes were open today and we are still here in this earth school, that our mission is not yet complete. Thank you for gifting us with purpose, gifting us with community and circle. Thank you for gifting us with the gift of voice. Thank you for gifting us with the gift of gratitude and so many things that you have given us to complete our missions, to fulfill our purposes, to awaken us to the fact that we are your light, that we are your reflection, we are your voice. Thank you so very much for all of these sacred and divine and very special gifts. Please continue to guide us, to keep us, to let us know at any moment in time where you would have us go, what you would have us do, what you would have us say, and to whom. And for all of this, we are so very grateful. And in your name, we say, Amen, Ashe, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Yes, goddesses. Amen, Ashe, And so it is. I am so glad that you are all here today for this conversation on purpose. Like I said, if you want to go deeper, go to the link tinyurl.com/you rock goddess. Sign up and let's take it deeper. But for this moment, we are speaking about purpose, about why you're here. And I'm going to, in this conversation, be quoting a lot of the greats, the folks who came before, some of the folks who are here on earth with us, because this is an ongoing conversation. I want to let you know that you're not alone in asking this if you have been wondering this. Now, we get it a little bit twisted in Western society, and that it makes it more challenging to find our purposes because we think that your purpose has to somehow make you money. Like, when my mom was a kid, like hobbies existed, people used to do things because they enjoyed them. Now we think that every single thing that we do must be the path to our multi-million-dollar career. And it could be. Your purpose could be, the source of your money, your career. It could be, but it could also have maybe nothing to do with that. And it could be something with you within your community. It doesn't have to be this thing that, is going to be social media friendly or, is going to bring in $1 billion. Although, again, it could be. It could be. Like right now, I'm looking for the person who established my locks. She is in Guyana, South America, and I'm looking for somebody in New York to be able to help me to do my hair. Somebody who that's their purpose, that they enjoy, that they love, that they're going to put the same love and energy into my hair. I go to people's websites here in New York, and it's like join the waiting list to get my hair done, and it's just like like that seems like okay, that's a frivolous thing. But it's not. It's not like the loctician that I was working with, Goddess Kita in Guyana, like the love in her fingers, the love in her soul, the love in her energy, that she would come to my home and, be there with me and my baby and taking care of my hair, taking care of me, making me feel like I was taking care of my soul. Like that is an amazing, beautiful gift to have. And we are all gifted. We are all gifted. I don't know if there's still gifted and talented programs. A lot of us were part of that growing up, but we're all gifted. Type into the comments, gifted and talented. You are gifted and talented. We are all gifted. And so finding our purpose, the way that it's phrased often in Western culture, finding your purpose makes it seem like there's something outside of yourself that you need to pursue and tap into in order to like you're going to find it, you're going to run into it. And it's more that you are awakening your purpose. And I take it even a step further to say that you are remembering your purpose. Yes, you are. Affirm it, Goddess Latoya. I am gifted and talented. Yes, Goddess Laura. We are all gifted and talented. Yes, we are awakening our purpose. We are claiming our purpose. Type into the comments, I claim my purpose. That so often there are these gifts that we have that we don't realize because we think that it needs to look like what somebody else is telling us it needs to look like, or it needs to look like what society is telling us it needs to look like. Last week, we spoke about the wonderful queen who told me that she was not herself because she was living her life and dressing like and looking like and speaking like and working like all of the things that other people needed her to do. And that is not why we're here. You are here to follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell says, or as Rumi said, the great Sufi poet. What you are seeking is seeking you. What you are seeking is seeking you. Type that into the comments. What I am seeking is seeking me. And what that means is that the essence of your life essence is magnetizing towards you what it is that you came for. And not in a way that, attraction, like law of attraction, like it's going to pull something again from the outside of you. But you are constantly evolving in order to become who you were born to be, which means you are born to become more of you, more of yourself. Type in more me. As vain as that may sound, more me. We want more you, more you. More you. I love this quote from George Washington Carver, the great inventor that I found. He said, anything will give up its secrets if you love it enough. Not only have I found when I talk to the little flower or the little peanut, they will give up their secrets, but I have found that when I silently commune with people, they give up their secrets also, if you love them enough. And so that's what it is. Like, what is it that you love? Like, what is it that you love? Like, we were talking about like hair. I used to be very into Gary Vaynerchuk, who teaches, hustle, hustle, hustle. He's a great, I think he's off that now, but very like into like building your business. And I remember that through him, I encountered people who built, businesses around their passions, that were like one person who they were obsessed with Pac-Man, and they built this $1 million business around Pac-Man, and someone else around Pokemon cards. And so you might think, okay, well, how is that? Like, how could something like that be my purpose? You're bringing joy. If you are in alignment, you're bringing joy. Type into the comments, my purpose is to bring joy to yourself, to bring joy to your family and your loved ones, to be of good character, which is, the Yoruba philosophy of life purpose. Ashe, your life essence, to be of good character, to bring joy, to magnetize that joy towards you. And there are many different paths and ways that we have access to that. And again, it may be your multi-million-dollar business, but it may not be. And all of that is okay. All of that is perfectly fine, because again, what you are seeking is seeking you. And so what we should be doing, instead of expecting and wanting, okay, this big purpose to reveal itself, if it hasn't already, is just asking for the next step. The next step on the staircase, as the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, what is my next step? Type that into the comments, because that's usually the question that I have when people say, I'm trying to find my purpose. I say, well, did you ask? Did you ask the divine, what is my next step? What is my next step? I can say for probably a lot of you here, the way that you found me, you either probably don't remember how you initially found me, or some of you told me you found me in some weird way. Type into the comments, weird way, if it's a weird way you found me. Because maybe just for this conversation, that this conversation right here is maybe why we are communing with each other. That we cannot get from you your purpose if it's not already inside of you. All right. You are an alchemist. The lead that you're going to spin into gold is you, is your soul, is your life essence, which is not lead at all and is already golden. You just need to reveal that to yourself. You need to claim that and remember that truth. The late, great Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say that, if you squeeze an orange, what's going to come out? Orange juice. It's what's inside. So if you squeeze you with love, with compassion, with understanding, with your faith and trust in the divine, that you are being guided, with you asking, what is my next step? And then not just asking, but having the courage to take that step. Type into the comments, the courage to take that step. The answer to the question, what would I dare to do if I knew I could not fail? The challenge is then taking that step, finding and aligning with your purpose. Yes, 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 yes. Squeezing you to bring out what is inside. Or as Browning said, releasing the inner splendor. I love what Michael Bernard Beckwith, who is one of my favorite metaphysicians, says. He says, you don't decide. The universe, God, the divine, goddess, has already decided for you. And the divine decides, and that you are this beautiful seed that then is just seeking the right soil. The right soil is in you awakening to taking the next step, So the next step is putting your own seed, if you will, your own ashe in the right soil. In the right soil that's going to help you to grow, help you to sprout, help you to blossom into your purpose, into why you are here, into, as the French say, and as I'm about to butcher, your raison d'etre. Yes, I know I said that like an ugly American New York girl. Hey, is who I am. All right. Or your as the Japanese say, the Japanese philosophy of ikigai, which I love, which means your reason to wake up. Your reason to wake up. Why are you here? What is your purpose? I'm going to tell you what your purpose is, and then you're going to expand on it. So before we came on this call, I called here. I called to this conversation, to this sacred conversation. I manifested. I said, okay, we are calling forward for this sacred conversation people who are healers, who are teachers, who are givers, people who are here to empower, enlighten, awaken, and uplift others. So if you are within the sound of my voice, that is your purpose. How it unfolds now, that's for you to figure out. Right? It may unfold as you being like this loctician with gifted hands. You know, it may unfold as you being the Pokemon king who is going to, make people happy through your Pokemon business. It may unfold with you having this amazing singing voice, the voice of the angels, and bringing your voice into the world in a way that we need, that our soul craves. It may unfold with you as a writer, as a coach, as a priestess. There are many ways that it may unfold, but I am telling you, I am telling you that if you are within the sound of my voice, within the beat of my heart, within this conversation, the folks that were summoned here, the folks that I called here, the folks that I aligned with my creator in bringing to this conversation are the teachers of teachers, the healers of healers, the coaches of coaches, those who came here with a mission to uplift, inspire, enlighten, shift, change, those who are not happy with the go along and get along, those who are not just grateful with the status quo. And you are not too old, and it is not too late. You are not too young. It is not too early. You are exactly where you want to be. This is your purpose. Like I said, I'm telling you that. The rest is up to you. The rest is awakening your zone of genius, as Gay Hendricks says, the author of The Big Leap. Type into the comments, I am awakening my zone of genius, or just type into the comments, zone of genius. Or if you're unable to type it where you are, just say it out loud, zone of genius. I am awakening my zone of genius. I am awakening. Yes, I dare to awaken my zone of genius. I dare to awaken. I love it. My zone of genius. Like George Washington Carver said, anything will give up its secrets if you love it enough. So he loved on that peanut and it gave up its secrets. He loved on each thing for the inventions he created and it gave up its genius. If you are here to uplift and enlighten, one suggestion would be for the people that you came to serve, loving on them and realizing, okay, well, what is it that they need? Your purpose in that way would be, okay, what is it that makes your soul sing? What is it that the world needs from you, or your world, not the whole world, your folks that you came to serve need from you? And where do those things intersect? Well, and adding to that, what are your gifts? What are your gifts? I've seen charts for Ikigai where it adds in profession. We're not talking about that necessarily right now. We could be, but not necessarily. Okay. So what are your gifts? Okay. What does the world need from you, and what makes your soul sing? And where do those things intersect? That's your ashe, your life purpose, your life essence. That's what we want. Type into the comments, ashe. Don't worry about spelling. The divine knows your heart. Ashe, 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 ashe. Type it into the comments. Yes, ashe. As the wonderful poet Mary Oliver said, what will you do with your one wild and precious life? Your one wild and precious life. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I don't care if there's one day left. These are questions for us to ask. We were born to ask these questions. We were born also to receive the answers, because that's the next step. Many of us ask these questions or wonder about it, but we don't then receive the answers. I pulled a card from my deck, the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, and Goddess Iset showed up, who is bringing the gift of surrender, laying down your burden, surrendering, being an open channel to receiving guidance, receiving what that next step is. So, are you asking? Number one, but then number two, are you receiving and listening? Number three, then, are you then taking the next step? And I would advise you, one of the things to do is, yes, asking this out loud is very potent and very powerful, the powerful of the voice, but also writing this down. What? Write stuff down and then watch it really get weird, right? Watch it really get fun. Writing this down, writing down these questions and seeing what answers come to you. If you are looking for, another career, another whatever it is, write down these questions and start with this. And realize that for us, even being able to have this conversation is one of privilege. Type into the comments, privilege. Because if you were in a moment of, and you could be walking through a dark night of the soul, but if you were in a moment of true suffering, like many of our ancestors have had in the past, true suffering, you wouldn't be able to even have the wherewithal, the privilege to be able to have this conversation, because you'd be trying to figure out, how you eat or how you survive or how you're going to make it out of whatever. So privilege. So just us acknowledging that, okay, I've already won. Type into the comments, I've already won. If you are abundant enough to be able to have this conversation, to be able to have a device where you can see me and we can engage, you've already won. I've already won. Type that into the comments. I've already won. And so now the rest, the next step to awaken your zone of genius, to find your purpose, to find whatever it is, find that seed and plant it in fertile ground, to find whatever you came for and love on it, to squeeze that orange juice out. All of that. Oh my goodness. All of that. Like, now we're just lucky. Now you're just blessed. Now this is just, okay, how magnificent that I get to awaken to my calling, that I get to awaken to my purpose, that I get to find what lights my soul on fire. Type that into the comments. What lights my soul on fire? That I get to reveal that to myself, that I get to choose that for myself, that I get to awaken that for myself, that I get to remind myself, what makes my soul feel like it is on fire? What sets my life, my soul, my being on fire? How can I walk more deeply in my purpose? How can I walk more in alignment with my truth? That is it. How can I become more of who I am, who I was born to be, who I am meant to be? Type that in the comments. I am becoming who I am born to be. Type it again into the comments. I am becoming who I am born to be. Yes, Goddess Julia, I am blessed. Yes, Goddess Nelly, what lights my soul on fire? Yes, Goddess Marlene, what lights my soul on fire? Yes, how can I be more of who I was born to be? And then let's see what that next step is telling you. That next step may not make sense. It may be something like turn down this block, and who knows what's down that block. I was frustrated because I realized that I left my camera somewhere that I like to make my videos on, and yeah, I can make them on my phone or whatever, but there's a specific camera that I like to use, and I left it somewhere, and I was panicking about it. And then I realized, I don't know what step I'm playing in someone else's journey. Maybe the delivery person, maybe their step or their part of the journey is to come and deliver. By delivering the camera to me, they are going to pass by the love of their lives. They're going to walk down a block and what they need to know is right on that block. Somehow I am playing a part, a role that I will never understand. You know, maybe by putting the camera in the box, it's going to remind someone, oh, I meant to start making videos. And this is reminding me, yes, this is what I was born to do. This is who I was born to be. I'm becoming more of me. We're all here as a part of each other's journey. And so us embracing that, embracing our power, embracing our truth, embracing our strength is our ashe, is our purpose, is us becoming who we were born to be. Yes. Are you receiving that today? Becoming who you were born to be. Goddess Tanisha says, I'm becoming who I was born to be. Yay. Yes, Goddess Tanisha. Goddess Shannon says, I am embracing my power and taking inspired steps. Yes, she says, I'm in the right place at the right time. Goddess Shannon says, use me, Source. I am open and I am listening. Use me, Source. I am open and I am listening. Goddess Shannon says, receiving. Goddess Tanisha says, I receive that today, Goddess. So your homework, your sacred mission, if you choose to accept it, is first and foremost, surrender. And ask yourself these questions, ask yourself what the next step is, and then dare to step forward. Woo! I love y'all like cooked food. And I'm looking forward to seeing what your purpose is and what it evolves to be. Thank you for joining me today, Sawubona, my beautiful goddesses. And that means we see you. Bye. Yes, Ashe.